anybody who had the justification to focus only on his own community. It was that Hasidic rabbi who had escaped the trains from Warsaw to Auschwitz by 6 weeks, who had seen his people burned in the fire. And yet when he came to America, when he came to Chicago, he reached into his religion and he found the theology of the bridge, and he said upon hearing King preach, the soul of Judaism is at stake in this movement. I want to know from the most precious resource of the Union of Reformed Judaism, your young leaders, what inspires them about Judaism to be interfaith leaders? Is the next Hillel in that group? Is the next Heschel in that group? The kind of people who change conversations, who say, I'm not going to let religious prejudice go. In 2 or 3 years, when Mitt Romney runs for president again and there are questions about his Mormon identity, one of your young people will stand up and say, in America, we don't have a religious test for office. When the Whisper campaign for Barack Obama, Barack Obama has a Muslim heritage, when that starts up again, it will be a young person from Nifty who stands up and says, not in front of me. I wouldn't let you say that about a black person. I wouldn't let you say that about a woman. I wouldn't let you say that about a Jew. I'm not going to let you say that about a Muslim. That's not what we allow as Americans or Canadians. That's not what we allow as Jews. It's your young leaders who are launching projects, launching fabulous interfaith service projects across this country. It is one of the great blessings of my life and my organization to be able to help catalyze interfaith service projects everywhere from Stanford to Wesleyan. And some of the stuff that inspires me the most is the interfaith movement against malaria. And part of what I want to tell the nifty young people tomorrow is what they start in junior high and high school and college can continue for the rest of their lives. Danny, Hillary, Ariba, Erica, please stand up. I would like you to meet 4 of Interfaith Youth Corps' Faiths Act Fellows. This is an inaugural program with the Tony Blair Faith Foundation. They are college graduates who have devoted a year of their lives based here in Toronto to build a sustainable movement that ends the ugliness, the scourge that is malaria. A Unitarian, a Christian, a Jew, a Muslim, each of them recognizes that the most precious thing that God gave us was life, and that the most egregious thing on the planet is a murderer that can be prevented. They spend a month together in Africa volunteering in malarial clinics. That month happened to be Ramadan. And the stories that we heard back at the Interfaith Youth Corps office is that it was Jewish leaders and Buddhist leaders knocking on the doors of the Muslims at 4:30 in the morning, waking them up for Fajr, because they thought that part of what being a Jew or a Buddhist or a Unitarian or a Christian was about was helping those people be better Muslims. Just like they know that what is central to their faith tradition is articulating the theology of the bridge, the tradition of cooperation to end the scourge of malaria. There's a great line from the 1893 Parliament of the World's Religions. From now on, the great religions of the world make war no longer on each other, and instead on the giant ills that afflict humankind. How will we get there? How will we get there in this early 21st century in which, again, murder seems so often committed to the soundtrack of prayer, and so often the perpetrators of that murder are young people? I think we get there by empowering our young people to be the Jews and Muslims and Buddhists and Hindus that God spoke of in the Holy Quran. The Abd and Khalifa, the servant and representative, comfortable with diversity. the ability to recognize the different nations and tribes on the planet so that they may come to know one another. I want to leave you with 2 stanzas from an American poet, William Stafford. If you don't take the time to get to know me, and I don't take the time to get to know you, then a pattern that others made may prevail in this world. And following the wrong God home, we could miss our star. Those who are awake must be awake now, or else a falling line may lull us back to sleep. The signals we give, yes or no or maybe, must be clear now, because the darkness around us is deep. Jazakallahu khair. May God give you goodness.